Whew. Trending stories. Holy 10 versus Winky D. Now, these are trending stories, Muma Streets. Between the two artists, who is bigger than the other? Holy 10 versus Winky D. Now, the comparison between the two artists already, for me, it doesn't make any sense. Why am I saying this? Because Holy 10 is a hip hop artist, Winky D is a dancehall artist. The big question is all about influence and power. Who has more influence, Muma Streets? Who commands more numbers, Muma Streets? Now, let's do the analytics and see who is bigger. Holy 10 versus Winky D. Now, in terms of annual YouTube views, Holy 10 is leading by 30 million views. Winky D and 8.4 million views. As we move down to compare these things, you should understand that Winky D doesn't release music yakawanda each and every time. But we're going to talk about that just below after this. Now, lifetime channel views, Winky D has 86 million views compared to Holy 10, who has 90 million views. I mean, there's a lot of things to consider why this is happening. But big track, now the biggest track, Rakaburitswa, now Holy 10, Raki Rakaita, 10 million views, whilst compared to Mugaden ya Winky D, which was 9.8 million views. You should understand that Mugaden took 5 years kuti isvike pa 9.8 million views, whereas pressure ya Holy 10 yakangotora 2 years. There is a lot to consider. Anyway, let's go down and we understand kuti chicha ikonzeresa and what's happening between the two artists. Now, where each artist wins is that Winky D, in terms of catalog and legacy, there is depth. He has power in that. He has, stronghold Jema fans because he has a big catalog of music. Zakarira Arma hit song, considering he started early kuma 2000 kuma shure. Well, Holy 10 wins in the daily algorithm volume. By algorithm volume, we're talking about when you post on YouTube and other platforms and my streaming platforms, people view the music more than Winky D. Now, live concert and ticket power, Winky D pulls that more than Holy 10. He commands grounds, he fills stadiums. Compared to Holy 10, not really so much. Now, he takes over in terms of Apple Music and Spotify and Ayo number one Mujaya no Tungamira. Now, multi-generational fan base, Winky D does have that. While comparing to Holy 10, he has the Gen Z and the millennials. Not saying that these people are not, very strong and so on, but some of the Gen Z and the millennials rely on the multi-fan base. So you say the dynamics. Already Winky D is winning on some cases. Now the premium corporate book, now the premium corporate bookings, Winky D commands that. Comparing to Holy 10 is viral social media engagement mostly. Winky D is actual things on the ground, which is something that I think Holy 10 can work on in the future. Now, day one drop spikes, which say Holy 10 has bigger numbers there than Winky D. Winky D builds up his channel, goes madara, fees, all those things. But eventually, the music will grow because, also mature music takes time. Now, the verdict between the two artists, who is bigger and who is more influential, who does have power whenever they release music, comment politically, the viral verdict is that Winky D has a very strong live footprint in terms of performance, in terms of depth, in terms of catalog, in terms of people talking about his music. While Holy 10 has more of daily streams, short-term streams, and daily plays Muma Streets. Comparing to Winky D and on the ground, it certainly means that Winky D has better influence in terms of commanding numbers. He's very good for business. He's very good for business if you are a promoter in terms of doing live shows and everything else. But if you want to do digital work, you have to work with Holy 10 because he releases music more often. He does his music more often and he gets the play. He has the digital footprint stronger than Yema Gaffa. Now, I know some of you be like, yeah, we can the music with the purpose and so on. But this comparison, the numbers will never lie. The numbers shows you who has the power in terms of what and in terms of what. Now, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Let me know, who do you think is bigger if you want to do a concert? Who do you think has the value for money if you want to invest in the music business? Otherwise, that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and follow. Zvanhasi zvogumira pano. Kwava maiguwa POT.